Welcome to venerable Bobby Dodd Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, home of the rambling wreck of Georgia Tech. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the UCF Knights, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Yellow Jackets will kick it away to start us off. And no chance at a return. Start this drive at their own 25. Jackson gonna throw it. Makes the grab over the middle. They stop him just a... Too short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
The give to the back. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Turning it on. What a play there, and he's got it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
Yeah, it was explosive, but shoot, Reese could have run through that hole. I mean, it was wide open. He didn't have to break anybody's ankles. He didn't have to run through tackles. I mean, just great blocking up front and horrible, horrible defense.
He'll ride his man on the option. Trying to get it in. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Knights!
Now, coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did. And they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
He'll bring it out. It's Kane. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Running back searching for a hole. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
Now, what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making...
Going to take a shot. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go. Oh, he's got some space. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. In your own territory, 4th down, no problem at all. They just go for it again.
What about you, Reese? Are you going for that?
Yeah, man. Might as well give it to him again. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running game.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Throws for the tight end. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. He had him open there, and I know this quarterback expects to make that throw.
It's a tough throw because, again, you got a couple steps on a guy. That's not wide open. These DBs are so fast, but that is a throw that you do expect a guy like that caliber, to be able to play a little pitch and catch and make that happen.
The short hands, it's Shaw. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. To the air, it's King. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Incomplete behind the receiver. Maybe this freshman got a little too anxious.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on.
He's going for the goal line. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
And they tacked on the extra point. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Ashley. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at Nudges ahead for one out to the 16.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Jackson will throw. Looking to the big tight end. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. The Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. Caught close to the marker, it's Fox. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
The Knights are on the move. DB's right up on the receivers. To the air on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Makes the grab. It's Jenkins. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. They want to run this quarterback. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Final play of the quarter coming. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged out of the air. Touchdown, UCF! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you had my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
We've reached the end of the period, and it's UCF holding the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Pulls it in. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Yellow Jackets can really attack on this second and short. Direct snap. Finding an escape route. Brings it to the open. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. It's first and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the ground. He's got it again. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. Got enough for the first down. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
And the Yellow Jackets back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. The give to the back. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him one to the 23.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. To the air, it's King. Catch in the middle, it's Jackson. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He'll off one deep down the left side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Goes to the option. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. With jet sweep pass. They'll guide him out of bounds down at the 25-yard line.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dropping back, it's King. Got his man. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. New Mexico has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside University Stadium. They're up by 7 over BYU. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a second time in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a catch, converts on 4th down, and still on his feet. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Catch in the middle. It's Fox. There he goes. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Well, the offense is trying to run the counter play into the boundary. Those pulling linemen, though, actually led extra linebackers to the point of attack, and as a result, they were able to get a tackle for loss.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Jackson gonna throw. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He's got an open man. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Knights!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Coming out with it, it's King. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. The give from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're
turning it on. Across the 40 outbounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Back to throw, it's King. Hauls it in. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on first down. Buys a little time with his feet. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. And he had just enough to will that one home. That'll bring him to within 4. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Knights will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Kane. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, the running back looking for room.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Looking to pass. It's King. He'll pull it down and run. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
And that's the extra feel you get with this dude. I mean, unbelievable job dropping back to pass, but understanding 3rd down, I can get it right now. I got a little bit of space right up the middle, pulls it down, runs it straight ahead, and goes and gets...
Oh, he's got some space. They believe in this running game, and they take it all the way down to the 25 before he goes out of bounds.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field, because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. On the run, it's Madden. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And after that short completion, what will they do now? Just a few inches to go.
Yeah, and you wanted to get the ball out quick, and you wanted your receiver to make the play for you and get the 1st down. You don't now. Decision time, 4th and short.
They'll run for it. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run, and you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Using his feet to buy time. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase, I love it. Getting to the quarterback, he throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
Rush is on him. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Man, this is exactly what you needed to see from this defense to start the second half. If you're down, you got to create some momentum. You got to get your offense a little bit excited. Nice job creating the sack. Perfect start to the second half of this defense.
Got his man in the middle. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. This could absolutely spin this game in another direction. They're going for it inside their own 30. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Quick release on the RPO. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. The Knights look to keep this drive humming. They'll run the option. They'll try the run. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Jackson will throw. Good timing on the quick out. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. The Knights will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And they dialed up the shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
I don't blame the quarterback for taking that shot either, man. He's hooked up with this guy twice today for scores. Give him another try. They just couldn't get on the same page on that.
Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Gage. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good on the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them. But exactly, get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
The Knights pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. Offense gets set for 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. And he is stopped for no gain, and that will bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. On the option. Breaks into the open. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. The Knights trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Using his feet. Touchdown, UCF! And they take it in for 6 more points. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point 4th quarter lead.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And these are the mistakes backed up you can't make as a quarterback, man. You've got to protect the football. Big-time mistake. Defense capitalizes and sets their offense up with elite field position.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great play by the defense there, backed up in their own end. Offense trying to go jet sweep. Did you see the defenders? They knew exactly who was getting the football. They made the tackle right away.
Wide receiver going in motion. Jackson gonna throw it. Moving away from pressure. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Man, I love the decision-making right there. Like, drop back to pass, look for your shots. You don't see it, tuck it, get positive yards, makes the next down even easier. That is a great heads-up, early down play for this QB.
He did not make it a
And how about the response from this defense? Put in a horrible situation, horrible field position. Jesse, they bowed their necks 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and it's a sudden change situation, and they practice that all week. You never know when they're going to come up, but you have to have guys on the field playing with a sense of urgency. This has been awesome defensively.
That made the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they went for it, but when you're up by a couple scores, I think you're just kind of free and like, hey, let's keep scoring points. Let's keep the offense out there. Let's keep the accelerator on, and I guess, hey, who cares? We're not going to lose anyways.
Looks as if he'll work his way forward and get it up to about the 11-yard line. The Yellow Jackets moving quickly to the line. Grab near the marker is Taylor. Tackle was made at the 22, but a nice 10-yard pickup there. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. They're going back to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stands.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Snagged in the middle, it's Fox. Touchdown Knights! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end, but all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
And the returner goes down. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Grab near the marker. It's Taylor. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Going to the ground. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Yellow Jackets racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. That's reeled in. It's Jackson. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. He wants to change this route. To the air on first down. Fires to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Now on 2nd down. And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away. Incomplete.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. A little release to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Finds his big tight end. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.